teammates, and most of all, you gotta believe in your brother because it's all day to day. Hey, nice and loud, give me.
And here we are now. It's April the 16th, and a huge day for many of the contestants that are out here on the cheerleading auditions for the LA Rams 2023 season, just coming up very quickly. And we have one of the contestants, and she is Liv. How are you, Liv?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. Wow, what a tremendous day and opportunity to come here to the auditions again for the second time. Tell us about your profile and how you really got started in dancing, and then all of a sudden a chance to be in the NFL with the Los Angeles Rams.
Right. I have been dancing since I was 2 years old. I've been training for this moment my whole entire life. I've been really passionate about the sports industry, and being able to get the opportunity to be a role model for this community is more than I can ever imagine, let alone just pumping up the crowd and really having that excitement on game day, being able to tell the little kids that this can be you one day is even a bigger reward.
And how did it all start? Somewhere back in your roots and you're growing up, parents, aunts or uncles encouraged you, saw you could dance, encouraged you.
Yes.
Where did that mentorship and that guidance come from?
My parents are so supportive of my chosen passion of dance. They have been since I was a little girl, and I also do come from a very, very, very big football fan family, so they are super excited for me, super proud, and they would love to see me out on that field.
And you have, of course, the courage and the passion to travel because you are native of New York, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm originally an East Coast girl, but as soon as I came to LA, I knew this is where I was meant to be, and I belong on SoFi Stadium field.
Okay, very confident, but I did say the second term to come here to do the tryouts for the auditions.
Correct.
Talk about last year and then contrast for today.
I think the experience in itself is something that you definitely have to get used to. So back when I auditioned for the first time last year, I was really getting the experience and kind of figuring out the logistics of the process. So that was super important, I think, and now I'm very confident within the process of coming back my second year and putting it out all on that field.
And again, as we've seen the field here today, very difficult for the judges because everyone seems so professionally tuned in. They were timing their steps. The routines were really on target. And that's going to be a judge's decision, of course. But to do the routines, last week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, there was an audition where I believe the Rams were giving you, the choreographers, an opportunity to learn a routine. And then you had to really hone it down and get ready for today. Is that correct? And can you talk a little bit about that?
Of course, yes. So on April 2nd, there was the first audition, and they made a huge cut. And at the end of the day, the finalists were announced. And since then, we've had 4 rehearsals where we've learned a total of 4 pieces of choreography. And today we do 2 of the 4. We were assigned to this morning, so it's really a game time decision. You just got to get out there and do the best that you can.
Okay, so it is a process. So
It's
some
definitely an
of
experience.
our viewers who are maybe in the cheer groups at Roosevelt or Garfield or in East Los Angeles, they are already into that type of a mentality of dancing.
Yes.
Encouragement, words of confidence or encouragement for them.
I think that anybody can do it. I'm not even from here. I'm from New York, and I came out here to this insanely welcoming environment, and everybody is really rooting for you. Everybody wants you to do your best. So if you're confident and you think that you can be a cheerleader and just want to get involved in this community and have that training, anybody can do it. And one of these spots can be yours one day.
And possibly if we can ask maybe one of the secrets of the trade or tips on how to get the right music, because that is really so critical for the performance. Any way to advise on how to listen to music to do what cheerleaders do at the professional level?
Definitely. I personally am a lyric person, so I like to listen to the words of the song. However, I know a lot of my teammates love counting, really just listening to the music without even dancing, hearing the underlying beats, anything like that, and just exuding as much confidence as you can bring you super far.
And Liv, we got to just ask you on our final question here. It's 2023 opening home game at SoFi Stadium, and you have the confidence to know that you or believe you will be in that number.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about how you might get ready for that when, in fact, the word may come.
I am extremely confident, and I know I would be a perfect match for this team. And the most important part is just supporting each other and really being a family. So I think with the energy of your surrounding, not even teammates, but siblings, family at that point, will make you feel so comfortable and so at home on the field at SoFi.
And there we have it, right in a very quick profile, a snapshot of Liv. And if you get to the SoFi Stadium to watch the Rams, be looking for her. Okay?
Cheerleading on!
Okay. Liv, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good fortunes to you.
Thank you.
All right. And there was our first contestant here on the finals. Judges will announce the winner or the persons that will be selected for the 2023 NFL Los Angeles Rams cheerleading squad. So we'll be back with more to come here on East LA Sports Scene. Here we are now with Gabby, our second contestant here, but she is no stranger to the Rams auditions. And Gabby, we want to first of all welcome you to East LA Sports Scene.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And we're just going to have a brief moment or two to capture your background, a little profile on yourself and how you are in this moment.
Yeah.
Again, because it's a huge opportunity. It's an ambition for ladies like yourself who want to be in the NFL mix and possibly the NBA, other mixes as well, where professional sports are taking place. But let's give our viewers a brief background on on how you started.
Yeah, of course. So I'm actually from the East Coast. Grew up in Freehold, New Jersey. I grew up dancing my whole life, and then when college came around, I danced on a dance team at UMass Amherst. After college, I definitely wanted to pursue my passion. I wasn't ready to give up on it, and so I lived in New York for a brief amount of time and then ultimately moved to Boston. I had the opportunity to dance for the Boston Celtics in the NBA. Yeah, so that was for 4 years, and then my fourth year was when the pandemic happened, unfortunately, and August 2020, I decided to move out here. So just, drove across the country, ready to move out to LA. And then maybe like 10 months later or so was the Los Angeles Rams auditions. And one of my really close friends that I danced with on Celtics was on the team. And she was like, you have to try out. You're going to absolutely love it. And that's when I finally, took a leap of faith and auditioned for an NFL team. And I'm so happy I did. And I can't even believe now I'm trying out for my third season. I feel really lucky. I mean, this team is so special, and we do so much more than what you see on game day.
Oh, yes.
So, we do so much work in the community. We travel internationally, nationally. We this past season did Pro Tour Productions. So we partner up and go with all different NFL teams and visit our military in bases all over the country, all over the world. It's an incredible experience. I also had the opportunity to go to Monterrey, Mexico this year. And it was just so great to see the people of Monterrey and how much they love our team and love us. And it was just such a rewarding experience.
And Gabby, if I can just interject here for a moment, because you have given us almost a chapter and a half or two of just your experience, but there's a process to let our ladies, our young ladies who are watching us here, know that it is a process. It's not about snapping your fingers and showing up and not doing the work and the preparation. Talk a little bit about how you've overcome and how to deal with that to get where you are today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot of hard work for sure. The process in itself is 2 weeks. However, it's just a lot of, taking good care of your body. So making sure that, you're exercising, you're maintaining your stamina, because it is very difficult on the body in terms of, we have 4 different rehearsals over a span of 2 weeks. We have an interview, and then we have finals. And preliminaries was 2 weeks ago. And that's a really long day. So it's strenuous on the body. So definitely taking care of yourself and, foam rolling, doing everything you need to do recovery-wise, but also mentally, too, it's a lot of positive self-talk and, telling yourself that you believe in yourself, and if you don't believe in yourself, other people won't. So it's really just about, being confident and stepping out, putting your best foot forward and staying true to who you are. And the amazing part about, part of the Rams organization is that they really celebrate diversity. And so whenever newbies come up to me and ask any questions or advice, I'm like, own who you are, because there's only one of you walking through the door. And so you should just be confident. And this is a team that celebrates that. Like, we come from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. And so, you know, it's a lot of just mental preparation and just, you know, getting yourself in the right mindset, because it's a lot. It's a lot, but
And it's a long season as well. It's almost like a year-round commitment.
definitely.
Once you are an LA Rams
Yeah.
cheerleader,
Definitely.
you're going to be busy for a while. Let's talk about, if we can, Gabby, because you know the Rams community outreach is just on top of the world. It's very few franchises can compare to what the Rams do year round. And how do you see yourself going into new communities, say East LA, South LA, the Valley? You know, we're so big here, just
Yeah.
like New York and New Jersey, the East Coast. But you'd have to go into different areas, and you're feeling about going out as a unit with the Rams and Rampage and all the other cheerleaders that go on. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, again, community service is in the veins of this organization. Like, we wouldn't operate without it. And so, you know, majority of what we do is community events. And truthfully, there's really no event we will say no to. It doesn't matter where it is, how far. I mean, we've had community events in San Diego or up near Santa Barbara. So we really try to cover all different areas and make sure that all of our fans, no matter where they are, can meet us and experience us, and just, you know, engaging with those communities, because that's what makes LA and this team so special, is all the different flavors, all the different areas that makes us LA.
One other bit on your profile here, because the music you choose in your repertoire, your routine, so important. Can you advise some of our cheerleading dancers at Roosevelt and Garfield and Wilson, Lincoln High School in East Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Give them a tip or two. How would they go about finding the right music for themselves?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I feel it's all about, you know, celebrating who you are. So we have a lot of different routines that have that Latin flavor, and we do just all different types of, you know, music and dance styles. But I would just say lean into who you are and have some fun mixing it up, because we definitely do.
Gabby, thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing you at SoFi Stadium,
Thank
and
you,
hopefully for this
hopefully.
year, yes, and continued success and good fortunes to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Very
it.
much. Okay, we're going to take a break and come right back here at the cheerleading finals here. The auditions are over, and there will be some individuals or some contestants that are chosen today, and that will make them very, very happy, we do believe. And good luck again to you,
Thank
Gabby.
you.
Take care of yourself. Okay, we're going to be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. And here we are now with our third contestant here. Actually, not a contestant, but a returner, almost a veteran here for the auditions with the Los Angeles Rams cheerleading squad. And we are speaking now with Josiah. How are you, Josiah?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. A big day, another big day for you here as you continue on this quest to become part of the LA Rams cheerleading squad. And it has to be a very big moment, not only for you, I'm sure, but for your family and friends.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, my family's all back home in Oakland, so I've been texting them, FaceTiming them every night, and they're all just supporting me from home. They're waiting for the text, so super excited to see what happens.
Okay, and this is a process, as we have heard from some of the other contestants we've interviewed already. It just doesn't happen at the snap of a finger, or, hey, I'm here, folks. You have to put in the work.
Yes.
Talk about your routine and your stamina, your willingness to do all of this work here to put it all together for today.
Yeah, so I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. I grew up a competitive dancer back home in Oakland. And when I turned 18, I moved out here to LA, and I was taking a lot of dance classes up in North Hollywood, you know, just getting familiar with the style, especially pro dance. It's a very different style from some other styles I've been taking when I was younger. And then, you know, just I do a lot of workouts, like Pilates, go to the gym, you know, just working out my cardio. And then I also work out with some of my teammates, you know, just getting familiar with the style. And then, yeah.
Okay, and again, speaking about the process, you have to be prepared. I understand that there were some not trials so much, but auditions, training sessions.
Yes.
Is that a good word to get the group? There was about 300 individuals like yourself that came out, co-ed, of course, but had to prepare. Talk about how that went.
That was a long day, but a fun day. We start off with a technique just to see if everyone has the same standard technique. And then from there, we moved on to semifinals. We learned half of 2 routines. And then from there, we made a cut. And we found out Monday, that following day. And then from there, we went into 2 weeks of rehearsals where we learned the second half of the first routines that we learned, and then we learned 2 more routines. We went home. I've been practicing for the past 2 weeks, just nonstop after work, after school,
Okay.
and then now we're here.
Wow, and this is a big day. But again, the process has come to an end because
Yes.
why? The season is just around the corner. But you're no stranger to the Rams organization. Talk a little bit about that background.
Yeah, it's been such an amazing experience. I joined the team when I was 18, so it was all just a learning experience, learning from all the veterans. We went out into the community, did so much community outreach, which I personally love. Growing up, I did so many community service events. So, just giving back to the community, learning more about LA since I'm not from here, learning different cities, East LA, just getting familiar with everyone, the kids.
Oh.
A lot of fun.
Absolutely. And now here you are at this moment. Pretty soon the judges will come up with and make their recommendations or the selections, but you will still be part of the team. Is that correct?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because you also, as you mentioned about the community outreach, you have a chance to travel.
Yes.
And the Rams are very well known for that.
Yes,
Talk
yes.
a little bit about any experiences you've had traveling.
So me personally, I didn't get the opportunity to do any travel yet, but I have learned from my past teammates. They've been to Mexico, Australia, they've been all over the world, and I've just heard from them. It's been such an amazing experience, just so eye-opening, getting to see different countries, just seeing the different cultures and everything, learning more, and just seeing how the Rams has impacted people just beyond the United States, going further into different countries. It's so meaningful to see how impactful this organization has been around the world.
Okay, and just a couple of other areas here before we have to call it a wrap, so to speak. But let's talk about your roots, so to
Yes,
speak.
yeah.
And in fact, of course, it's very important because
Yeah.
we have a lot of viewers
Yes.
that, of course, are Chicano, Mexicano, Puerto
Yeah.
Rican, Dominican. So, and you fit right into our group. Talk a
Yes.
little bit about that, if you would mind.
So I'm Cuban and Panamanian. My mom is half Cuban, half Panamanian. I've actually been to Cuba and Panama. I went to Cuba when I was a freshman in high school. It was a very, very blessed experience to have. I got to see some of my family members, my cousins, just seeing how they live, and I realized how different, the two countries are. In Panama, I absolutely love Panama. I have so many more family members out there, so I was really able to sit there and talk to them. I was there for 2 weeks, so I was really, really just getting to know my family on that side. It was an amazing experience.
Because as we tell our story, it's such a mosaic of individuals, of life that comes here, and we see this, and it's always good for us because our lesson to our viewers, if you have this dream, or if you are in the cheerleading squad at Roosevelt or Garfield or Lincoln or Wilson, here's a voice of experience and a role model that can share how tough it might be. It will be good and rewarding at the end, but it's a struggle, not a struggle, but a process. I want to use process.
Yes.
And your final thoughts, Josiah, to them, to the even the little ones in Pop Warner football that are in cheerleading as well. So because they can start earlier and get on the track earlier.
Yeah, I would just say never give up. Always believe in yourself. Don't listen to what anybody has to say. Just trust yourself, trust your gut. You are important and you matter.
Muchísimas gracias. We thank you very much, Josiah.
Nice
Good luck and
meeting
good
you.
fortune.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's it for our third contestant. I believe the judges are in the waiting now for the announcement of the finalists or the new members of the LA Rams cheerleading squad for 2023. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene.
Page, you ready for this? Okay, it's number 65, Brendan. Number 8, Parker. Number 44, Carly. Number 12, Natalia. Number 25, Kendra. Number 61, Kaylee T. Number 82, Jordan. Number 67, Samantha M. 33, Kylie Y. Number 69, Josiah. Two more, everybody. Two more. Here we go. Number 18, Kylie D. And our 35th member of the 2023 team is Jose C. Again, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Congratulations. So the mid row, you're going to have to bend over and squat. So that everyone in the back.
The back row shift.
We're so excited.
I know.
Here we are with one of the finalists who made it, who is now an official Los Angeles Rams cheerleader. We're speaking with Jose. Jose, how are you?
I'm doing really good, super excited, just, coming off that field, off of a lot of energy. It was just so amazing, especially with my partner. It was just so much fun.
And this has been a lot of work and dedication and sometimes sacrifice to get where you are now. Tell a lot of our viewers now who may be looking at following your footsteps, what is the first step they should take?
The first step is really looking into the organization, because this is an ambassador. You are an ambassador for the LA Rams, not just a dancer. So you really have to be in tune with the types of volunteer work that you really enjoy doing genuinely, and you have to bring out your genuine kindness in order for you to really shine.
Yes, we followed the Rams outreach program into the community in East LA and beyond, South LA. They're everywhere, which is a good thing because everybody loves the Rams and you're part of the organization now. So you're going to develop a following. But wherever you go, our folks will be there to support you and the team, of course. But you also are interested in the background of how do you do your routines? How did you pick the music? Talk a little bit about that.
So a lot of that comes with, taking dance classes and dance lessons. Obviously, you need to be on top of your training and technique, and that's what I struggled with last year while auditioning. I didn't have the best technique and I didn't have the best training, but then I really tuned into myself and took those classes, took those extra few steps, and that's where it got me here today. I was able to really be confident and comfortable with the way that I'm dancing now, and that's how I feel like I was able to get back onto here.
And now you're on top of the world, as they would
Yes.
say. But we want to give our viewers also a little bit of background. Locally speaking, you're from?
I'm from Rosemead, California, the small city, Rosemead High School as well. It was really fun. My parents are full Hispanic. I'm full Hispanic Latino.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. And from Mexico?
From Mexico, yes.
Okay.
My mom's Zacatecas.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, because we have a lot of viewers that are parts of cheerleading groups out of East LA, Roosevelt, Garfield, the Wilson, some of the schools in the inner city, and then beyond. As I mentioned, we cover a lot of ground in terms of territory that we have viewers. So anytime we tell a story, we want to try and bring everything to the front so people can then have a real good understanding of how things work. But now it's the process, and now you are fully fledged.
Yes.
And you will be. We saw you getting some instructions, but when will you actually start to work as a team now?
We actually start next Tuesday. That is our first meeting, and then we have our scheduled events after that as well.
Okay, and let's see. We've covered a lot of things here, but in terms of the travel, you know that the Rams also do a lot of traveling out of the country. Have you been informed about that, and you might be selected to go on tour?
So I actually have been, just because I had a friend that was on the Rams as well, and he's been out of the country to do those charity events and meet and greets. So I'm pretty excited about those as well. I'm not too sure where they'll be because I'm sure they're different every year, but those should be exciting.
And you take away one emotion from today. There's camaraderie, there's friendships, and of course being on the team now. Any words that you can describe, or how would you capsulize how you feel now?
I think there's so many emotions that go on here: nerves, confidence, loving, just being around a genuine people that care for you and want to see you succeed is what's really important, I think.
Okay, well, you've said it there, and very well said, well spoken. We want to wish you the best.
Thank you so
We'll say,
much.
take care. We'll see
Thank
you
so much.
Hopefully at SoFi.
Yes.
Okay.
See you at SoFi Stadium.
All right. Okay. Everything is done. It's accomplished. It's been another year of excitement, anticipation for a lot of the contestants today. But speaking with the director of the Rams cheerleading squad, I want to say our very own Keely Fimbres.
Yes.
Keely, how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien. Very good. Glad it's over. I must say, I'm happy it's over. It's like a relief, for sure. It's a long process.
And when you said Garfield, you automatically, we all went to the roots of why we're here, also to cover the Rams, but more importantly, at the end of our messages, our viewers. And as you know, Garfield, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Wilson, I mentioned those schools. Those are the LA Unified schools. And we have cheer doing very well there. But we believe they need to see it from the top in an organization like the Rams, and how those children, those students can one day have these high hopes.
Yes, absolutely. We love getting back into the community, particularly in East LA, Watts. And for us, that is a large part of what we do every day. Go into the community, teach cheerleading. We want them to see people that look like us, people that dance like us, and bring it here.
Absolutely, and here it was on full view. We thank the corporate communication staff, and Tatum and Chase for giving us opportunity to follow the Rams in the off season. And for us, it's like covering the season as well. So we've been busy all year round. But talk about the load that it puts on you in terms of work, management of your staff, to put this all together, because this is such a tremendous job you're doing.
Thank you. It's a lot of work, but it's rewarding work. It's a process for us. We started with about 350 participants, and we've narrowed it down to these 35. So it is a process. It's over 2 weeks. We have rehearsal, interview, and choreography.
Okay, and again, that is the beginning of the process. And I've mentioned in the way I kind of describe things to many people, it's you snap your fingers and you show up and you're supposed to be in. But contrary, not that way at all.
Correct. We definitely give you all the tools. We're going to do media training. We're going to make sure that everybody's onboarded with HR. We start from the get-go as an employee, and we'll carry you through the year.
Okay, because in the day in the life of a Rams cheerleader, I can only imagine. But if we're now able to have at least access to see how things work, we're able to then share that information. And of course, coming from you, you give it directly to our viewers, and they can take notes and begin to keep their careers in mind, just like the guys that play sports. They can go as high as they want. But for cheerleading in high school, possible next steps.
Absolutely. So a lot of these dancers started in high school and they go on to college. When they graduate college, this is a great part-time job. And even while going to college, it's another great job because it works around your schedule. We don't interfere with classes or work. We ask when you're available to help us in the community, and we make it all work.
And Keely, you've been doing this for some time. Share a little bit about your experience to climb up, as they say, go through all of the procedures and the processes of advancing yourself in the organization.
Sure. I started as a cheerleader back when we'll just say a while ago.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll just say a while ago.
Yes.
And I started as a cheerleader. I was in college, and it was a part-time job for me. When I finished, I was hired on part-time. And then it kind of grew from there, and I became a manager, and then I became the director, and I'm still the director today. So I love it. It's not really work. I enjoy what I do. I feel like I have 35 new children every year.
Wow.
So for me, it's an honor to be in this role.
And then come game day, you know what they're going to be doing. But then where do we find Katie? Are you on the field as well, or up in the press box, or somewhere to kind of make sure everything is going right?
Sometimes I'm on the field, sometimes we're in a suite, sometimes we're engaging the fans. We are all over the place in the stadium. We get there really early, and our job is to make sure that the fans have a great time with every interaction.
Keely Fibres, well, we could keep talking a long time, but we know you've had a very long day. We thank you for the time to spend with us here and with our audience. So, parting words I always give to my guests. Anything you'd like to explicitly say with emphasis to our viewers?
Ooh, take every moment, enjoy every second, and happy to be here.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Keely Fibres. Thank you very much. The Garfield.
Go Garfield.
There you go. Okay. Thank you, Keely.
Thank you.
Okay, we believe we have one more finalist or one more new team member for the Los Angeles Rams cheerleading squad 2023. We'll be right back. This is East LA Sports Scene. And here we are now speaking with Sydney, who has now made her 4th consecutive year as the Ram cheerleader. Sydney, how do you feel right now?
I feel amazing. It's 35 of us this year. It's such an awesome team. It was some hard work the last 2 weeks, so my body is a little tired out, but my heart is exploding, and I'm so excited.
Well, we're excited to have you on here in East LA Sports Scene because we have a vast audience of young ladies from cheer groups at high schools who are going to be looking at this with a little different eye, so to speak, because this is really the first time we've had a chance to come behind the scenes for an event like this from the Rams. So anytime the Rams are doing things, we want to cover it because they're so critical. So, I mean, not so much critical, but they're important to our community. They're there all the time. But let's talk about your beginnings. How did you start with the dance and then eventually work your way up through the ranks?
Well, I grew up in Columbia, Missouri, so I've always been a Rams fan. It was a dream to make the team back in 2020. I graduated from Stanford up in the Bay, and I came on down to LA, and it's been an amazing 3 years since then. Professionally, I do commercial real estate lending, and I recently applied for law school, so I will be doing that in the year to come. And each year, I am just so blessed and excited to continue dancing and continue being on this team. It's brought so much into my life, both from dance, from friends, from being a part of the LA community and giving back there. We have some amazing opportunities on this team to give back to the community, and it means a lot to me as an Angelino now, and gosh, I can't wait for year 4.
Okay, and of course, coupled with the strong outreach presence by the Rams, you also now are able to travel, should that be called upon, to Mexico, Australia, who knows where. But part of the Rams' growing importance around the world because everyone knows about the Rams. How do you feel about being able to travel as well?
It's so cool. All the different areas of the world that we get to reach. We recently went to Japan. We went to Australia. There was girls that went to Hawaii, Greenland. It's such a cool program to have those opportunities. And it's not your typical travel. You get to meet military veterans, people from underserved communities. It's such a cool opportunity, and I'm excited for the trips that we have coming up. They should be very cool. It's just such an awesome organization that has these kinds of opportunities.
And the number 35 will really linger on for quite a bit because you're part of that 35-member group of this year 2023 cheerleading squad. Talk about the camaraderies that you met also from the new candidates as well.
Yes, our coach Keely, who has been doing this for 33 years now, I believe she has some kind of third eye because she selects the most wonderful men and women that I've ever met in my life. Not only do I think some of them could be full-time comedians and they're hilarious and have such great energy, I think some of them could also be full-time therapists. They are just the best friends I've ever had. So empathetic, so kind. It truly is a dream team. I've gotten to meet a few of the coming in rookies now. Such sweet individuals, and I'm excited to meet the ones that I haven't had a chance to talk to. It's going to be a great year and a great team.
And today was basically the congratulations and the welcoming, but now it's down to work time. Talk about what might be just in the short future here for the team. How is it going to build up and everyone go through all the new routines, so to speak, or whatever's going to happen for 2023? Is it already started?
So we have some practices coming up. They're going to start May 16th. And with those comes some media trainings and some important meetings so you know how to uphold yourself as a Los Angeles Rams cheerleader. Then we typically during season have practice twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And each week we typically learn 2 new dances to do at that week's coming game. We dance at all home games, so it's usually about 10 games a season. And it's a lot of work that we have to put into week after week.
2 quick questions for you, basically on your background for your family, because they have to be just as happy and jubilant for you right now at this time as well.
Yes, my family, I just texted them. They're so excited. Year 4. They are also Rams fans because we're all from Missouri. And they're just stoked to get to come to another year of games and get to see me dance and cheer on those Rams.
Okay, and lastly, for our viewers, the young ladies, we speak about the future, and their futures, of course, at some point in time will come, and they may want to become a Rams cheerleader. If they are of that persuasion and thinking about it now, whether they're at Pop Warner level or high school or wherever they make college, words of wisdom or any advice for them?
One of my favorite things about being on this team is getting to be a role model for these young girls and boys. Advice I would give to them is to train hard, remember who you are, remember that this is about fun and this is about camaraderie, and just continue your passion for dance. It's so important. The arts are so important, and it's a dream come true to be on this team, and I believe that can be a dream come true for any little girl or little boy that wants it to be.
We've been speaking with Sydney, who has just been sharing her experience today and now into the future. So when we come to cover the team during the season, we're going to look for you.
Sounds great. I'd love to see you again.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you now for the time. Good luck
Appreciate
and
it.
God bless.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for our edition, a special edition, covering the Rams here for their finalists for the cheerleading squad. And the auditions are over. Now the team has been made 35 strong. We'll be on SoFi Stadium Field cheering on the Los Angeles Rams come September for the start of the NFL 2023 season. So on behalf of Frankie Robles, producing, directing, taking all of our pictures and camera work, and yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr., we want to wish you a very, very good day. Stay safe, be careful, be safe, but more importantly, be back for our next edition of East LA Sports.